If you're over 60, every step you take or don't take can have a direct effect on your heart. Now, what if I told you that some popular exercises, the very ones you might be doing to stay strong, could actually be putting quiet stress on your heart every single day? I'm not saying this to frighten you. I'm saying it to help protect you. As a heart doctor, I've seen so many older adults come into my office feeling just fine, only to discover that their blood pressure is higher than it should be, their heart rhythm is a bit off, or there are signs of stress on the heart they never knew about. And often, it wasn't because they ate poorly or didn't get enough exercise. The real problem was the type of exercise they were doing: too intense, too sudden, or just too much for a heart that's older and needs a different kind of care. Most people in their 60s, 70 seconds, and beyond don't even realize they're making this mistake. In this video, I want to gently ask you to stop doing 5 specific types of exercises that might actually be wearing your heart down instead of helping it grow stronger. But don't worry, I'm also going to show you what you can do instead. Keep watching, because your heart deserves to be treated with care. And the very first habit I'll talk about might be something you're already doing today. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to click that button and turn on the little bell icon. That way, you won't miss any health tips we make especially for you. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's start with the first one: high-intensity workouts. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, and pushing yourself too hard. A quiet danger for an aging heart. After 60, your heart isn't quite the same as it was in your younger years. It's more delicate now, more sensitive, and not as forgiving when pushed to extremes. That's why high-intensity interval training, those workouts with quick bursts of hard effort followed by short rests, can actually be harmful for older adults. As a heart doctor, I've seen too many seniors take on these kinds of workouts, thinking they're doing the right thing. They believe that the more they sweat, the healthier they'll be. But here's the truth. These intense routines can put a sudden and heavy load on a heart that may already be dealing with things like high blood pressure, irregular rhythms, or stiff arteries. When you push yourself to the point where you're breathing heavily and fast, your heart has to work overtime faster and harder than it safely should. And that doesn't build strength, it builds risk. What makes it even more dangerous is that the damage doesn't always show up right away. The heart gets tired quietly. Your blood pressure goes up without much warning. The rhythm of your heartbeat can become unsteady. Maybe you feel lightheaded or just a little more tired than usual, and you chalk it up to age. But inside, your heart might be trying to send a message that too often goes unnoticed until it's too late. What breaks my heart is that most seniors are doing these workouts with the best of intentions. They want to stay independent, live longer, and keep up with friends or grandkids. But the cost of pushing too far can be a trip to the hospital or something that changes your life forever. Exercise should build your heart up, not break it down. Simple activities like gentle walks, tai chi, or easy swimming are the quiet champions of heart health. They support your body without overwhelming it. They work with your heart instead of against it. When you're in your 60s, 70 seconds, and beyond, real strength means staying safe. Real success comes from staying consistent, not from pushing past your limit. But there's another common mistake I see all the time. And this one doesn't just involve how you move, but also how your body holds itself. It's all about posture and pressure. And sadly, it's something I see happening both at the gym and during home workouts. If you're still here and finding this information helpful, let me know by typing the number 1 in the comments. Now, let's go on to the second mistake. Crunches and heavy lifting. When building strength can hurt your heart. Many people believe that having strong muscles helps protect us as we age, and that's true, to a point. Strong muscles help us stay steady, move around safely, and live independently. But as a heart doctor, I've seen the other side of the story, and it can be quite serious. When older adults do exercises like crunches, sit-ups, or lift heavy weights without realizing how much pressure it puts inside their body, they may be putting their heart in harm's way. What most people don't realize is that when you strain during a sit-up or when lifting something heavy, you create a strong internal pressure in your chest and belly. And that pressure doesn't just stay put, it pushes inward and upward, causing a spike in your blood pressure and making your heart work harder all of a sudden. For a heart that's aging, especially one with stiff arteries or quiet plaque buildup, this kind of pressure can be too much. I've cared for patients who fainted during an exercise set, felt chest pain in the middle of a rep, or had irregular heartbeats just after what seemed like a normal workout. And here's the thing, these folks weren't ignoring their health. They were trying to take care of it. But a body in its 60s or 70s isn't the same as it was 20 or 30 years ago. Our blood vessels aren't as flexible, and our heart can't always handle big changes in pressure. One poorly done crunch or one heavy lift with bad form can have real consequences, ones we never expect from a simple trip to the gym. Now, I'm not saying you should give up strength training. Not at all, but it needs to be done with care. Try using resistance bands instead of heavy weights. Focus on slow, steady movements you can control, and if possible, work with someone who understands how to safely train around heart conditions. You can still build strength, you just don't want to shock your system while doing it. But not every danger comes from how hard we move. Some risks are much quieter. They come from something you may not think about at all, something you can't see, but your heart definitely feels. And that's the temperature around you. Number 3. Exercising in extreme temperatures when the weather becomes a hidden danger to your heart. We often think of exercise as the answer to better health, and it is. But once you're in your 60s or older, when and where you exercise becomes just as important as the activity itself. I've seen so many well-meaning older adults head out for a walk on a chilly winter morning or during the heat of a summer afternoon, completely unaware that the very environment they're walking in could be working against their heart. After 60, our bodies lose some of their natural ability to control internal temperature. In cold weather, your blood vessels tighten up to help keep you warm, but that also causes your blood pressure to go up. And if your heart's already dealing with high blood pressure or narrowed arteries, that simple change can create strain without you even realizing it. In hot weather, it's the opposite. Your blood vessels expand to help cool you down, but that makes your heart beat faster and harder. You also lose fluids more quickly, which can lead to dehydration faster than you'd expect. And again, your heart ends up doing extra work, not because you're exercising hard, but just to keep your body functioning in the heat. In both cold and hot conditions, your heart is under pressure, not from exercise itself, but from the stress of staying balanced in a challenging environment. I've seen people faint on a warm afternoon stroll or struggle to breathe after just a short walk in the winter air. These aren't rare cases. They're warning signs. Most seniors don't realize just how sensitive the heart becomes to changes in temperature. It doesn't take a major workout to create stress on your heart, just being outside at the wrong time can be enough. The goal of exercise should always be to help you heal what hurt. So for seniors, it's often best to put comfort ahead of challenge. Try to stay indoors when the weather is extreme. Choose places where the temperature stays steady. Make sure to drink water before, during, and after your activity. And always dress in a way that helps your body stay comfortable. Layers for the cold, light fabrics for the heat. But most importantly, listen to your body. It often whispers before it screams. When you feel off, even just a little, that's your heart trying to tell you something. Pay attention, because while weather is something outside of us, there's another danger that comes from the way many seniors choose to move. And this one can throw off more than just your heart. It can knock your balance, your breathing, and your entire system out of rhythm. Let's move to point number 4. Jumping, fast movements, and sudden changes in direction. When quick motions create quiet chaos in the aging body. There's something about fast-paced exercise that can feel exciting, even empowering, like we're standing up to aging. Jumping jacks, stair runs, burpees, or speedy aerobics routines might look harmless at first. They might even feel like a way to reclaim some youth. But after 60, those same movements can quietly create problems you didn't see coming. I've watched strong, active seniors try to keep pace with younger folks in group classes or follow along with energetic videos online. And shortly after, I've seen some of those same people come into my office talking about feeling dizzy, their heart pounding too fast, or sometimes even about a fall they couldn't explain. This isn't because they're weak, it's simply how aging works. As we get older, our reaction time slows down, our balance isn't quite as steady, and our blood vessels get stiffer. So when you suddenly jump, twist, or move in a new direction quickly, your body has to work extra hard to keep up. Your blood pressure can swing, your heartbeat can become irregular, and your brain may not get oxygen as smoothly as it used to, especially during sudden changes in movement. These quick exercises don't just challenge your muscles, they confuse your whole system. What seems like a simple jump or twist can be a real challenge to an older body. And if you already have any kind of heart issue, even one that's mild or hidden, these kinds of movements can raise your risk of a dangerous rhythm problem or a fall that could change everything. What makes it so heartbreaking is that these folks are doing this because they want to stay young and strong. They want to keep their independence. But true strength at this stage of life isn't about how quickly you move, it's about how mindfully you move. It's not about speed, it's about protecting what matters most: your heart, your balance, and your peace of mind. Gentle, flowing activities like Tai Chi, water exercises, or easy stretching may not seem flashy, but they are deeply effective. They help your body stay steady, they calm the heart, they support long-term health without putting you in harm's way. Even if your exercises are safe, though, there's still one more thing that can quietly cause harm. And this one doesn't have anything to do with how you move but when. Point number 5. Exercising too late at night, when good intentions get in the way of your heart's deepest healing. At first, a little movement before bed might seem like a great idea. The house is calm, the day is done, and you finally have some time for yourself. But if you're in your 60s, 70 seconds, or older, evening workouts, especially those done too close to bedtime, can actually interfere with one of the most important parts of your health: your sleep. I've seen it many times. Seniors going for a light walk after dinner, doing some easy cardio before bed, or squeezing in a late-night workout just to stay on track. They mean well, but what they don't always realize is that even gentle activity at night can stir up your nervous system. It raises your heart rate, heats up your body, and sends a signal to stay awake right when your body should be winding down. As we age, our sleep becomes more delicate. Our internal clock, what doctors call the circadian rhythm, gets easier to throw off. And if you raise your adrenaline or body temperature before bed, it can delay your deep, healing sleep. And here's where it really matters: poor sleep is directly tied to higher blood pressure, more inflammation in the body, trouble controlling blood sugar, and even heart rhythm problems. Your heart doesn't just need exercise, it also needs rest. In fact, rest is when your heart does some of its most important repair work. If you're regularly giving up good sleep to fit in a workout, you might be doing more harm than good, even if your exercise is light. That doesn't mean you shouldn't move. It just means your movement needs to match your body's natural rhythm. Morning or early afternoon workouts can help you sleep better, keep your energy steady, and support your heart without overstimulating it. Let your evenings be for slowing down, not ramping up. Because while sleep is when your heart heals, there's one more habit that's just as important, and it's something many seniors forget. It's not about how much you do, but whether you listen when your body speaks. A message from my heart to yours: the quiet power of listening to your body. If you're still here with me, thank you. It means a lot. It tells me that you care not just about living longer, but about living better. And that's why I want to speak to you now, not as a doctor, but as someone who has sat beside many people just like you. People who were full of life and strength, until one small decision or one overlooked habit. I've spent years in hospital rooms and clinics, talking to seniors who were vibrant, wise, and independent. And do you know what many of them said when something went wrong? I didn't think it was a big deal. That simple phrase has stayed with me because, after 60, so many things are a big deal: what you eat, how you move, when you rest, and how you handle stress. These little things add up. Your heart has been working faithfully for you your entire life. Now it needs something in return: your attention. But it's not asking for perfection. It's not about fear. It's about care. You don't need to exercise like you did in your 30s. You don't need to chase some ideal of perfect aging that pushes your body past its limit. What your heart needs now is steady care, gentle awareness, and a little patience. There's no prize for pushing too hard. There's no medal for ignoring pain. But there is something much more valuable: the quiet reward of waking up each day with a heart that's calm and steady, and a mind that feels clear and rested. It's time to let go of the idea that more is better. Now is the time to start choosing what's wiser and what's harder. Walk with intention. Rest with purpose. Move in a way that respects your body, not in a way that rebels against your age. That's real strength. That's true courage. And that's how you protect your heart. Even when you're doing everything right, moving safely, sleeping well, and choosing kinder routines, there's still one more danger I need to warn you about. And it comes in the quiet moments, the ones where you choose to do nothing. Because sometimes, the greatest risk isn't from what you do, but from what you skip. The final beat. Your heart deserves your wisdom, not your silence. After decades of working with hearts of all kinds, here's the one thing I've learned with certainty. Your heart doesn't ask for much, but it gives you everything. It beats for you without asking, through every emotion, every movement, every year of your life. But now that you're in this stage of life, your heart needs something in return. It needs you to listen, not to be afraid of it, but to honor it. These 5 exercises I've asked you to stop, they're not bad on their own. They're just not suited for an older heart. The kinds of workouts that once felt good might now feel draining. What used to give you energy might now leave you tired. And that's not a failure. That's wisdom. That's aging with awareness. Moving forward shouldn't be about trying to outdo your younger self. It should be about moving smarter, breathing deeper, and choosing actions that heal instead of harm. Your health isn't about how hard you push or how much you sweat. It's about balance. It's about consistency. It's about treating yourself with care. Let today be the day you stop punishing your heart and start protecting it. And if no one has told you this yet, let me be the one to say it. You're not too old. It's not too late. And every small, thoughtful decision you make adds both life to your years and years to your life. Take your next step with care, with kindness, and with your heart in mind. You've earned it. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you plan to apply in your own life? Share it in the comments so we can support each other. We're all in this together. If you found this video helpful, type the number 1 in the comments. If not, feel free to type 0. Your feedback helps us make better content just for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a tip made for your health and happiness. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.